トラックマシンが起動しています。シートベルトを締めてください。
Bring you guys for a little drive with the owner here, Justin. I think you have met him before in my previous episode on the white Euro R. So actually this is his new ride. The Euro R COE was up, right?
Yeah.
So he basically changed to the FK8R.
Still the R.
Still the R, yeah. So once you go Type R, you won't go anything else. But what we have here is the Civic Type R FK8. So means VTEC Turbo. It is quite an amazing car to see it. It's inside, actually it feels quite nice to sit inside. It's very, of course it's a very new car compared to the Euro R, right? So there's a lot of technology involved in this car. First impression is that when I'm sitting in the car, it actually feels quite comfortable.
There's three modes: Comfort, Sport, and Plus R.
Oh,
Yeah.
comfort.
So now we are in Sport. Now it's Comfort.
Now it's comfort.
Yeah, it's Comfort.
Right. It's not. And one other thing I realized, right, driving, like sitting in the car, because I sat in both the FD2R as well as the FN, right? This car is actually very quiet.
Yeah, quite quiet.
There's a lot of soundproofing. I just realized. It's like literally totally different breed from the FD2. Because in the FD2, I can hear everything, like the road noise, everything, right?
Yeah.
This one's so quiet.
I think FK, the only thing you can hear is the speaker. A lot of speakers in this car.
Yeah, that's true. And even the exhaust, I don't really hear it much.
Yeah.
I don't hear any cars outside. Oh, so this car actually is more upmarket already, I can feel.
For the UK market.
Yeah.
Not the JDM market.
It's quite different. It's very different, in fact. It's like the maturity of the car is more towards street usage than track. Because,
family oriented.
yeah, correct. Because the FD2, if it was to compare as a comparison, right, the FD2 was very raw. Now this car feels more like the Euro R. Right right now we are in comfort mode.
Now we're
So it's very comfortable.
yeah.
But what is the difference? Have you tried like the sports mode and the R mode?
What I read online was the coilover will soften or harden the stock coilover. So there's like this electronic
damper.
Yeah, I think damper or something.
Right. But yours is currently aftermarket?
No, stock
Coilover.
Stock coilover, stock engine, stock turbo.
Ah, I see.
Only upgraded the previous owner upgraded the cooling system.
I see. Hey, but right now so these are stock coils.
Yeah, stock coilover.
Oh, the right hand looks quite okay.
Yeah.
Interestingly.
But the stock rim size is 20
inch.
Then it downsize
to right now it's running on 18s. So the one of the downsides I understand from Justin was the tires.
Yeah, tires.
Because it's quite wide, right?
Yeah. 265, 35, 18.
265. So one of the downsides to it is that because of the tires were quite wide, it was quite hard to find.
Yeah.
And then plus the fact that usually you either go 20 inch and you get then 20 inch, then that will be quite standard.
Yeah.
Right? But if you were to downsize it to an 18, then it will be very difficult to find the right type of tires. So right now he's running on advanced, right?
Yeah.
Advanced AD08. So those are the only ones that currently you can find that can fit the tire width. So it's true that in Japan, right, like J's, Seeker, they downsize their tires from the stock 20 inch, and they already tested it on the track, and that it has big benefits in order of reducing the tire inch size. But because of that, the downside is that it's very difficult to find the right tires. Yeah, and also, but the good thing is that both widths are the same.
Yeah.
No, so
not staggered.
It's not staggered or anything, but it's just that to find that particular profile is very difficult. So that's something you can take note of. But from what we understand from usually the Japanese tuners are that the 18-inch wheels are actually the best sort of recommendation for the FK8. The stock 20-inch rolling is a bit too large, they say.
I never tried before.
It's too large, and then they'll be easily sometimes it's too heavy as well. So the 18s are actually one of the best examples. And then one thing I strangely realized about this car is that the ride is very comfortable. It's not harsh whatsoever. You can literally take this car on a road trip and you don't feel fatigued. It's just quite interesting that for a Type R, right, you would expect it to be a bit more, how to say, Type R. Yeah. But this feels more like an Euro R.
More comfortable than
yeah, correct. Because usually, like, if you were to compare to the old Type Rs, right, they are like very raw. So I would say Honda has designed this to be more targeting the market of like family people, and they took all that comforts from that, and this car has a lot of electronics. It's got ABS, it's got departure lane awareness,
cruise control.
It has cruise control.
Cruise control.
Wow, why do you need cruise control on a Type R?
I don't know.
So you go cruise control on a Type R, and then literally you don't know for what, maybe during the track you want to go high speed, then you just cruise control. We try R+. So now we are in R+ mode. Wow, actually it's... This is a very interesting experience. Now, the acceleration is not very raw at the same time. But it's very quick. I don't know how to explain it.
No more VTEC kick in now.
Yeah, no more VTEC kick. I mean, like previously, if you were to compare to the K20A, right? It's like you know when it comes, but this one you don't really know when the power comes up.
Depends on how much like RPM you tune the turbo to work.
Yeah, exactly. But just now, this was R+ mode, right?
R+.
The R+ mode, you feel the torque coming in, but the car, the acceleration is very like linear, so you don't get that like sudden VTEC kick in feel at all. So for the FK8, you don't get that whatsoever, but you get a very linear acceleration, and it just pushes you through every gear, and that's about it. It's quite good for track in a way. That means you every single corner, right, you don't need to wait for the VTEC.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, like for the K28, in order for you to continually get the power, you need to consistently be above 5,000 RPM.
Yeah, need to be at high RPM.
Right? This one, if you are like even below 5, you can still get that.
Auto hill toe.
Oh, auto hill toe, exactly. It match rest for you, right?
Yeah. So like normally when we drive Euro R, right?
Yeah.
We need to clutch in, down gear 5.
Correct.
Then release the clutch.
Yes.
Then we clutch in, then
Clutch.
we down gear 4.
Correct.
This one no need. Clutch
mean
in, just 6, 5, 4. Then we'll just rev match every gear.
Are you serious?
Legit.
Really?
Yeah. So you like just clutch in, right? Then you down gear.
Right.
Then the thing will auto blip. Then you just down another gear. Then will auto blip again.
So meaning you just hold on to the clutch?
Yeah, just hold on to the clutch.
That is so strange. Oh, he's serious? Yeah. So basically, you clutch in,
Yeah, don't have to release the clutch.
don't have to release the clutch, and it will just blip for you.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, this car is very beginner friendly in a way. But it means that you will forget how to heel toe next time.
Yeah.
Is there. It just pushes you, but there is no suddenly like the kick in.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that. It doesn't have that. But it's really, but I would say this car good for city driving. Yeah. Very predictable. You know, okay, the boost is coming, it's going. The boost is coming. But for the, if you compare to our raw VTEC, right? Don't know when suddenly opens, then holy shit, that feeling, right? So yeah, it's friendly. This car is friendly to use. So to me, if you are looking for an FK8R, I would say this car will be good for beginner drivers. I mean, even let's say the more seasoned drivers also can find joy in it, but definitely is, even from just my impressions of seeing it, right, it's easier to drive than, let's say, the compared even to my Euro R. It's actually simpler.
Not very hands-on anymore.
Yeah, not as hands-on anymore, correct. Because for example, like the old manuals, right, the feeling is, in order to really achieve the actual driving experience, right, you get everything right, well, very rewarding. But if you get everything not so right, you will never get there.
Yeah.
But this car,
don't need to get it right.
don't need to
just
get it.
Clutch in, down gear.
Exactly. Clutch in, down gear, and that's it, you're there.
Confirm zun one. The down gear. Confirm accurate one.
Because it blips by itself.
Yeah.
So it will make sure that every rev it gets is rev matched already. So that's why there is no lag whatsoever. So in a sense, right, yes, it's good. But I now I understand why Keiichi, when she tried this car, right, he was a bit, not say very impressed by it, because he was saying that, wow, everything is rev matched for you.
Yeah.
So he turned it off basically.
But you can be faster at the corner.
You can be faster at the corner. Hope you guys enjoyed this little drive in the FK8R with Justin, and you know, hope that whatever we've shared with you about the car gives you some insight into what the FK8R is about. I can understand why the FK8 has kind of grown up in a sense from the older Civic Type R generations. It has to go with the times because it is a very recent car. So if they were to still go back with all the manual versions of stuff, then maybe they may not be in line with the digital age.
Yeah.
So I can understand that, but at the same time, yes, it has taken away a little bit of that manual feel of the car, and also it has taken away a little bit of the rawness of the Type R, right? Like if let's say we compare that to the FD2R and all that, it's quite different. It's very grown up, it's very mature, and then it's got a lot of electronics assistance. But all in all, it's still a Type R, and then I can feel from just even that short little drive, right, that the car itself is very user friendly. I think that's the whole point. It's like allowing people to own this car and drive in a sense fast but being safe at the same time, and then you don't really need too much skills in a way to maximize it. Good and bad, I think, but it gives you sense of achievement quite quickly, I guess, right? Yeah, as compared to our manual cars. Yeah, but all in all, I think the FK8R is a very amazing car by itself, and I think it will become a true classic when the time comes. Hopefully.
But a lot of people say not JDM.
Yeah, I know. It's not really a well, it's still Honda, it's still a Type R, regardless what people say. But yes, it's not true JDM per se, where it's a Japanese domestic market only. It's very international. So you also have the FK8R in the left-hand drive also, in the USDM. So actually it's not JDM, but whatever it is, it's still Honda, it's still a Type R, and hopefully it will become a cult classic in time to come.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, thanks Justin for this drive, and thanks for sharing your ride with us and with the world. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and do remember to subscribe and like the page. It helps me to continue create content for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.